All right. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning to another morning stream. Today I'm here by myself. If you guys are new here in the morning, we get these streams. We take a look at the overnight session and what price can do going into the New York session. So let's get right into it. Over here on the hourly, we're watching this fair value gap reject and this previous 4-hour fair value gap rejecting. Price is back below the 1550. We can now displace this CISD right there. We're slowly coming into the previous day 50%. So we're watching price over here, seeing what we can do. This new 15-minute just opened up. So right now we're just kind of patiently waiting. We did sweep the previous daily high over here, which did not show displacement through it. Right, we still have previous day low right there. But for us to get an outside day, we need to break below this previous day 50%. We can see that Asian session saw a bit of consolidation. London session has swept both sides. Typically use this little diagram to show us, okay, a little, price, not prediction, but just like what price is doing, So right here, there's your Asian session consolidation, London sweeping both sides. So New York, we can expect to sweep the bottom of this London session, maybe get that previous day low and then continuation of a reversal. Right, so that's kind of what we're looking at here. 4-hour, so we're still holding this hourly fair value gap down below us. We'd need to break if we're looking for like a solid continuation to the downside. And on the 4-hour, we have this fair value gap above that we're looking at that can possibly send us further down. As you can see, we have yet to have a solid body close above it. So that's something worth checking out, worth looking at. Let's just keep our eyes kind of peeled here. All right, if this 50% breaks, let's say if and only if this 50% breaks, then we can see that continuation to the downside. Right now we've rejected over here. You can see. Did we sweep this blunt? We did not sweep this blunt candle. That's gonna be a good target right there. On the downside, previous daily low, we're gonna be keeping our eyes on that previous daily low. If not, there's a good liquidity over here as well that we could be looking at. We could be targeting, but that's if this 12-hour breaks. And you can see the reactions that we had off these 12-hour levels. So up top, we have that 25.729 and 25.620.75. Those two 12-hour levels are kind of holding the price between its keeping it range bound so far for right now. So we're gonna keep watching, seeing what they want to do with it. And let me see. Bitcoin, same thing. Can't displace the CISD. If it cannot displace that, good continuation to the downside. Ethereum got the good CISD. See, that one's looking a lot better. There's our 12-hour over here. Let's see how it's just a wiki. So right there, that's 25.562. 25.562. 25.560. Well, that's previous daily low. So previous daily low does look like a decent enough target. Right here, you can see this little bit of a bull flag right there below that 1550, which typically is a very good trend indicator for us. So if we're anytime we're above it, we see a good continuation to the upside. Anytime we're below it, we see some hard selling. Today is FOMC, so we're not going to say what's going to happen. We never should say what's going to happen because price does what it wants, and we should be honestly trading what price does. All right, over here we tapped this 50% of the previous day low with the VIX fix rising. So this could be a good potential entry here for long side, at least for a little bit. But we're going to watch and wait to see what we do here at the what do you hear at that Asian session? stay patient and wait for something solid to present itself for us today. Right, there is absolutely no rush. If something doesn't present itself, that's completely fine. We're not here. There's always another day, another trade. Let's take a look at Play. Play had earnings last night, and you can see that we are seeing a bit of a gap up over here on that market open. There's still some liquidity up above around this $19. Possibility for them to push up there. All right, but the way this daily, so during the pre-market or during earnings at least, they came down over here somewhere, swept this range, and now they're opening up above that range. So above the previous day's close is where they're going to open this puppy up. Actually, you know, what did we close at? High was 1807, 1797, 3 cents above the closing price. That's not too bad. Right, but on the weekly, we would need to get through that CISD for us to continue to the upside. What's on target? Let's see, XYZ, still looking at lows. Felix, AMT. AMT is also one that we're looking at. We're testing the CISD, so we need to see some sort of continuation out of here if we're looking for more upside on this puppy as well. That's where we are standing. This weekly is A, and this monthly, I mean, there's potential to get an outside month on this still, I think. For right now, our focus is going to be on Q here. Price does close within this 15-minute range. There's a possibility or a chance for us to get a rising 3 right there to the top. We're going to be watching what they do here going into the open and after the open price. Have a little bit of a broadening formation here on the 15-minute / 5 minute. You can see, right, there's this broad, there's this broadening. So we need to see what price wants to do. So if we do come down over here, there's a possibility free sweep that previous day low and don't hold below it. There's a good chance we can continue to the downside and sweep that 560 liquidity right there and then bounce within this area somewhere. Also, this 4 hour, the way that it's closing up doesn't look the best. They can turn this thing around within the next. This 30-minute also looks like a rising 3. Otherwise, we just sit here and watch price. If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, let us know in the chat. As always, make sure you check out www.papertrace.io. That's the best way to see what we're all about, see what we offer inside our community. But the best way to support us, I'll keep saying it, is just by liking these streams and retweeting them. So make sure you do that to help us grow, right? We're here to grow together. In terms of news, nothing in the morning really. Actually, Empire State already came out, and then FOMC is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's the only. It's the only big thing that we're going to be watching here. Yeah, buyer cost index 0.8 below expectation. Yeah, market at 2. Fund rate 389 December versus 389 December 8th. Zuckerberg directs pivot away from open source AI at Meta. Wow, okay. Zelensky, Ukraine, U.S. to hold talks on peace plan draft today. Finance Juice is a nice little thing to watch to see if we got any news coming that may bring us something. This is a decent. You could possibly short this fair value gap right there. I'm still erring on the side of caution around this area to see what they actually want to do. Like, don't necessarily have a setup, you know. Previous day 50 needs to be broken. That's something that we'll keep our eyes on. What's that? 5-minute fair value gap. Keeps holding this. I'm gonna possibly watch for rising VIX fix here on the 15-minute to see what they do. Break up the previous day mid so far. It could be a decent area to bounce price. Alright, if we keep holding below that 50% of the daily, another fair value gap on the 5-minute that we've previously bounced. Something to watch out for right there with a rising VIX fix. I just want to watch that rising VIX fix within the areas of liquidity or any PD arrays. Let's sweep that previous hourly low. This 4 hours looking rough. I don't know if they want to flip it completely. So that's the 4-hour low right here. That Asian session pre-low. Not quite the low, but the pre-low. Because I didn't want to close that. That closing price is holding right there. That closing price was holding it to the downside as well, right there as well. So right now, 4-hour. What is our 4-hour? Below the 4-hour open. Okay. There's that previous day 50 right at it right now. Get a little fucking dog barking out there. It's previous day 50, right? Like I said, that needs to get broken for us to even think about that outside day, right? Previous day low at 25,560. And we got 10 minutes until market opens up. Not 6:30. Wow. 60. The opening prices and closing price of candle. So you can see right here, right, how this price is holding that candle to the downside right there. No continuation above that. So that gives us that reversal to the downside. There's a possibility, right, like we said, possible that Asian or London session low sweep, maybe a little reversal to the upside after that, right? But for right now, we're still just watching this previous daily 50%. It's 50% of the range on the previous day. So price can displace that. Then we can see previous daily low. And that's typically that goes for any candle. If you were here at one point when Mr. Hayes and I were discussing that if price does sweep the high or the low of the candle, it needs to get above or just get through the 50% of that previous candle's range for us to see the opposite side that price is aiming at, right? Once you're through that level, that increases the likelihood of that outside candle happening by whatever 80-90%. So that's something to look out for. I think that's even something that we can back this to. I could probably write that down for us to back test. Our 2 a.m. candle below that range now. Kind of holding, yeah. If we get below that closing price of this previous 4-hour candle, then that's going to be that sell off right there, as you can see. So they're holding the closing price right there so far of that previous 4-hour candle. Waiting for that next. We got 5 minutes left until market open, or just about 7 minutes. The heat's kicking on, it's so nice. I need to move my mic too. Fuck around with that today. Myself have it hang up from this side rather than from the other side. I think I should have enough space for that. Look at that bounce, right? That rising VIX fix. It gives us the idea that okay, price doesn't necessarily want to displace that yet. It's always yets and ifs within trading. Yet and if. You could implement whens too, honestly, if you really wanted to. Let's see what they want to do. 5 minutes until New York opens up. 4 minutes. Rejecting this. Fair value up so far still, right? But we need to break up that 50% on the daily. Really thinking about getting a second screen as well. Just stare at it above me. Let's watch how they close this 5 minute, because this is the last 5 minute candle within this range. See, 3 minutes until market opens up. See how they want to treat this. They can rush it down, right? Rush it down, get people into shorts, and then spring it to the upside here as well. So these 2 areas, 3 areas of liquidity that we're going to be watching. This 25, 620, 75. That's important, that 12-hour level. If we're looking for a continuation to the downside to that previous daily low, not only does this 50% need to break, but we also need to get through this liquidity right there. As you can see, or not liquidity, but that 12-hour level. You can see how many times we've bounced on it here on the 5 minute, right? Quite a few times that we've had good reactions off of it right there. Once we got above it, consolidating over it, consolidating on it, consolidating on it. So right now we're watching those 2 levels and seeing what they want to do out here with that. All right, still a lot of liquidity down here, or that little LRLR. Let's see how this 15 minute opens up. What the fuck they want to do with it. Got 30 seconds till market opens up. Got markets open. Let the games begin. So they say. So sweep and bounce off of that. 15-minute sweep. Then come down fully over here. SFB formed. play is up. Holy shit, 10% on the day play. God damn, girl. See play here. So I guess earnings was good for it. Look at that fucking upper. Order executed. Close that play. Look at that bounce off of this 12-hour level, right? Didn't quite sweep this yet. See what they want to do after, if they sweep that. We need below this 5-minute level right now if we're looking for any continuation. That right there on the hourly and the 4 hours. So we just got filled on our sell right there. See if they want to go to that previous daily low. I need to remain below that. Good reaction out of that sweep. Asian session low has been swept. Rising VIX fix. $15-minute getting back above that close. See what the 1 minute's doing. 1 minute's looking reversey. 870. Gee, right. Bodies are holding that 12-hour level so far. Below the 50% of that day. See, next 5-minute candle is about to open up too. Strong break below these liquidities.
They must have amnesia. They forgot that I'm... We smoking symbiote. Smoking that whoopee. Like a Hellcat VA. We smoking symbiote.
Well, solid. Simply insanity. 12% up.
They must have amnesia. They forgot that I'm. We smoking.
So we're gonna watch NQ here. Let's see. Will probably be it. We'll wait for that previous daily low, right? For that sweep on the previous daily low, and then see what price wants to do from there. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. As always, make sure to go check out www.papertraders.io. Come check us out. See what we're all about. Come hang out with us. Love you. Appreciate you. And we'll see you on the next one.